The meaning of the term first contact between Aboriginal peoples and Europeans has changed in recent times. Historians used to think of contact in terms of the specific dates when the first European explorers, in the 15th and 16th centuries, met face-to-face with Aboriginal peoples. Historians now accept that some of the earliest face-to-face contacts may be unrecorded. For example, evidence of trading exchanges with Viking settlers and encounters with Basque fishermen. Historians today acknowledge that contact was a series of events, dating to the 15th or 16th centuries for First Nations in Atlantic Canada, to the 18th century for Aboriginal peoples on the West Coast, to the 19th century for those of the Upper Yukon River Basin, and to the 20th century for many northern native peoples. The first known face-to-face contacts between Aboriginal peoples and Europeans took place in Newfoundland and were associated with a Viking settlement there. Migration from northern Europe was very active during a period of climatic warming in the northern Atlantic that persisted from the 8th to the 11th century. Adventurers from Scandinavia, the Vikings, were already known for their great raiding expeditions to places as far-flung as Britain, Sicily, and Russia. From about 1850 to 1050, they established settlements in the Faroe Islands, Iceland, and Greenland. Norse sagas provide a record of life in the Greenland colonies and also refer to voyages by Eric the Red and his son Leif Erikson to an unknown land west of Greenland. The sagas also describe life in this settlement known as Vinland. Theories about the location of the Viking settlement abounded until the 1960s, when archaeologists discovered a Viking settlement site at Lanzo Meadows on the northwest coast of Newfoundland. Archaeological excavations in the 1960s and 1970s uncovered the remains of houses and a blacksmith shop and Viking artifacts. Lanzo Meadows, now a World Heritage Site, was clear evidence of a Viking settlement in Canada, although the question of whether or not it was Vinland remains unsettled. These first European settlers had contact with the Aboriginal people, called Skraelings by the Vikings, who had already been at the site. Although some trade occurred, the impact of the Vikings on Aboriginal people was minimal. Lanzo Meadows, not much more than a base camp and consisting of only a few families, was soon abandoned. After the Vikings left North America, it is possible that other visitors reached the shores of North America. Many theories have been advanced. A fanciful account of the voyages of the Irish monk St. Brendan may contain references to a transatlantic crossing even before the Vikings. There is speculation that seafaring traders from other parts of the world reached the Americas. They possessed ships capable of the voyage, and prevailing winds and currents, especially from Africa, could have carried them here. Yet confirming historical evidence of such visitors has not been found. There is evidence, however, of European voyages to North America in the 15th and 16th centuries. Their contact with the Aboriginal nations had a decisive impact, both on what is now Canada and also on Europe.